Hello and welcome back with me, Admiral. Joining me back once again on Star Trek Fleet Command. So we are back finally off my holiday. So we are going to be getting back into it. I am going to try that from now. I know I say this a lot, but I am going to try and stick to a sort of schedule every week. So I'm going to try and upload 2 videos a week and at least do 1 stream a week as well. Certainly on Star Trek. The stream might be a split stream, so it might be Star Trek for say 30 minutes or so, and then moving on to maybe another game. But I am going to try and stick to an actual schedule, but it won't be more than 2 videos a week. And then I will increase my other videos for other games because I want to get into playing a more variety of games. I want to get back into playing, as I've already done a stream on Rome 2, for example, Total War. I want to try and maybe get into maybe doing some City Skylines or something as well. Just games that I enjoy playing and games that I haven't played for a very long time. I want to try and get into some of them again, just to sort of bring my sort of gaming enjoyment back into sort of the world. Because at the moment, I'm so focused on doing other things. I've not had the chance to actually, enjoy playing a game myself. I'll also introduce you to one of the new games I've been playing as well, which is another mobile game called Age of Origins. So I'll introduce you to that as well in this week also. It's a pretty diverse game. If you want to check it out, then obviously by all means, it's called Age of Origins. It's a city builder / tower defense / zombie killing / first person shooter. It's literally got everything in it. It's crazy. It definitely allows you to not get bored very quickly, and it also doesn't take forever to do dailies or anything like that. So yeah. Anyway, that was my blab to start with. But moving on to the video itself, we're going to be talking about officers. Quick way to get officers, quick way to sort of help you gain officers. This is for new and old players within the game, so this will help absolutely everyone else if you follow this sort of guide. I'm going to say guide because you don't obviously have to follow this, and obviously it won't be relevant to people that already have these officers maxed out, but it's a very good way to gain officers in a very fast manner. And we're going to go to the officer tab and we're going to have a look to see why and what I'm actually talking about. So obviously throughout the game you gain different types of tokens, and you can see some of them up here. So you can gain obviously discovery tokens, you gain ultra recruit tokens, you can gain premium recruit tokens. You can also gain, don't forget, you can gain the individual faction tokens as these show here. They're the Federation recruitment tokens. And you can gain, obviously, Klingon and Romulan versions of these as well. And this is what I'm going to focus on today, somewhat, because they translate, these 3 will translate directly into getting transporter patterns, which is what you do to unlock every officer from Seller all the way down to 6 of 11. All the officers within between, they obviously cost a different amount of these transporter patterns. And as you can see, Pike, for example, costs 1,000 to get 1 chest, which includes 1, obviously, token. So it costs to get 10 shards of them, you need 10,000, so on and so on. It's pretty self-explanatory, but this is a great and very fast way to be able to put some of your credits to use. And we're going to show you what I mean by credits. So if you go to the faction tab, you go to the faction or the factions. Normally people are not grinding 2 factions at the same time, certainly not at this high or higher level. So you're normally grinding like 1 faction. And a great way to use the tokens or you can save them, obviously. This is where you need to sort of weigh up whether officers are better overall, which I believe they are, or whether it's better to save to eventually unlock a ship, which might be, 6 a year, 2 years down the line, depending on obviously how much you spend on the game and all that type of stuff. But this is a great way to invest your credits into getting officers. The reason for that is once you get to 10 million and you lock all your factions at the 10 million mark, which is obviously respected for all three. Obviously, Romulan is slightly higher because they're the ones I'm working towards. But once you get to respected for all three, you unlock this chest here, which is the Federation or the whichever faction it is. You unlock the Recruit 4 tokens. So this allows you to get free. So using 300 of the credits, you get 3,000 of the whichever tokens, obviously whichever of the three. It allows you to get 3,000 of them. I'm going to show you what you do with them 3,000. So I'm going to get these as well. And it's a great way to invest in these credits into something. Instead of just saving them up endlessly for getting the later ships that you might not even unlock for literally years down the line. As I say, I'm working towards Romulan. I am going to try and unlock every ship. I know a lot of people have said just skip this ship, i.e. the miner. And I was thinking about it, but I'm going to be staying at level 39, 40, 41 for probably some time. So getting the Valdor or saving for the Valdor will definitely be able to do in time. It's going to take me ages anyway to save the amount of credits I need. Forget this. As you say, I've already got 80 shards of this one. So I'm going to get the other 70. And then we can then start saving to then get the Valdor. But as I say, I'm not even at the points level to even start getting the shards for that anyway. We still need to get through Esteemed, and we still need to get through Commended to obviously get to this level. So anyway, moving on from that. So whichever factions you're not working towards, get their faction credits every single day. 300, as long as you get 300 faction credits every day, then that's all you need. And then you just go to whichever faction it is and obviously get your 3,000 obviously accumulated is 6 chests worth. So you get your 6 chests, and this is what I'm on about. Once you get past the threshold of you have the officers within this pack unlocked, this is what happens. You just end up getting a butt ton of transporter patterns, as well as obviously a butt ton of some of the other officers that you don't have yet. And you do get officer XP from this, which is a very good and handy way of getting XP, because as you see by this chest, if I go in again, you're going to get XP for any of these 3 down here. If you obviously get their shards pulled from the chest, you're going to get these 3. And then the transporter patterns, as long as you got these 3, i.e. or 4 really, as long as you got these 4 maxed out, which I haven't got Kirk, which is why I'm getting shards for him, but as long as you got the rares maxed out, which I have all 3 of them maxed, in terms of shards, I have all 3 of them. Once it pulls again in the chest, you're going to gain their shards. So again, it's nice and quick and easy to gain transporter patterns. And if you're doing 2 factions at a time, again, I'll prove it here. So I think these are maxed. So again, or maybe not all of them are maxed, it seems. But again, you're going to get a load of transporter patterns. And then once these are maxed, or once she's maxed, as a bear, for example, I'll start getting her if she starts pulling as well. Again, with a bit of offset XP. And this transporter pattern stuff, I mean, I've just gained 2,000 transporter patterns just in the space of like 2 seconds. And then they can go towards whichever officers in this tree that you like. I'm personally going towards 3 of 11. I don't see the point of spending the tokens as of yet. I may as well just wait and save it up, because you can pretty much work out how much you need. So I need 100 essentially, just say 100. I've got 14, I need 115. So I need 100. So therefore I need 110,000 of this, because obviously it's just 10 times 11 or 11,000. So 10 times that. So I need 110,000 transporter patterns to get her unlocked, which is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to save up together. And as you can see, I've accumulated 77.5k, and I will do an update on this probably in a couple of weeks' time. And I'll try and do this every single day to get their tokens every single day. And then we'll update, say, in 2 weeks' time or a week's time. And we'll see what we get from 77.5k and see what we are in like a week or 2 weeks' time. Just so to show you, if you do it every single day, it can be beneficial. It can work in your favor to unlock these officers at a much accelerated rate. Just bear in mind, the newer officers are generally 11,000. For example, TOS Kirk and stuff. And then the older officers, which is essentially, I believe, from not Mud. The older, which one's the older? Is it from Kirk maybe? From Kirk onwards, they're all 10. So they are 1,000 different. Let me just double check the, yeah. So there's the difference. So from Mud, young Mud that is, all the way up, they're all 11,000. And then from Kirk downwards, again, they're all 10,000. A good one to get from this is obviously to get Pike. Pike is great to get, and you can definitely get him maxed out very quickly, which is again a great asset to have for your hostile hunting. Another officer that's good for the 10,000 lot is Khan. Obviously, Khan is a very, very good officer, certainly to get maxed out. The only downside to Khan is you need independent credits to upgrade him, so getting them are a little bit more finicky. But overall, you should be able to do it pretty well, I would say. But yeah, this is the way I do it, and this is the way I get the transport pans to unlock officers really fast, especially within these free packs, because you gain these officers incredibly fast. And these are all your basic officers that you're going to need for any type of morale, any type of banning, or any type of hull breach crews. These are your basic ones. You have more advanced ones later on, but these are the basic ones you need. So definitely worth getting. As you can see, they're all targeted towards whichever ones, or the 3 different types of crew. So it's definitely good to get. And then obviously you can just burn the other credits as and when you need to, because I don't personally overdo these. You can then burn these, and again, you can gain. So for example, if I just do this one quickly, I've got plenty of credits to do it. You gain obviously loads of officers, but the only downside to this is you generally don't get a huge amount of transport tokens. As you can see, not a huge amount, but you do gain obviously all the other officers that you don't obviously have in the game, or you haven't maxed out in the game as well. So this is why I prefer to do the other method, because you do gain a lot of transport tokens very, very quickly. Other than that, hopefully this video has been informative or somewhat useful to young and old players in the game. Thank you for sticking with me this week. Obviously, I've been away, so thank you for sticking with me. And let's get rolling with new content. Most of the videos coming will probably be maybe vlog style videos, because not always I can show you obviously new and added features into the game. So they will be just maybe like update videos or what I'm working on progress wise and how things are going. And then some videos, as this one is, I will do sort of game update videos in terms of like what you can do in the game and how you should potentially go around doing stuff in the game as well. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.